Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to talk about this guy here. This is the P411 Random Orbit Sander by Ryobi. Let's talk about it. Alright guys, I've actually owned this tool for about 6 months now, and I bought it shortly after I did my review on the P440 quarter sheet sander that I own, and I did that review I think 8 months, a year ago now. I'll post it up here so you can see it. I think you saw in that review I like this tool. I also like this tool, and honestly guys, these two tools in tandem make a great kit. I start with the Random Orbit Sander with 120 paper. I go to the quarter sheet sander with 220 paper, and for a lot of my projects that's what I need. As you can see on the table here, I got a bunch of boxes I'm building, box joints. This video will be out for you here in a week or so. You can see I still have some I have to glue together. I have some that are in the clamps now gluing up. This one's done. How do you like that? That's a pretty good figure for a piece of pallet wood, huh? This is 1 coat of boiled linseed oil and some pallet wood. It's a nice little box. I sanded all of these with these two in tandem with that paper. These two tools together cost less than $100, guys. That's why I think these are a great kit. That's what I love the most about Ryobi. So let's talk a little bit about the specs of the P411. We've talked about the P440 in another video. The best thing I can tell you about this is it's a 5-inch hook and loop. Paper is available anywhere. Hardware stores, big box stores, Walmart, Ace Hardware, wherever you go they sell sandpaper. You're going to be able to get paper for this thing, which is awesome. It also is part of the Ryobi 1+ 18 volt system, so all of your Ryobi batteries fit it if you are in the 18 volt system. And honestly guys, that's who this is for. I don't think too many people are going to go out and buy this as your first tool in a battery operated system. The best way to get into a battery operated system would be by a drill. With the drill, it comes with the kit that has the charger, the battery, a little bag to carry it around in. You can get a Ryobi drill for I think $69 now that has the battery and the charger. This tool is $45. It's tool only. You can't buy this tool with a battery and a charger. That's basically the same for all of the manufacturers. They don't really sell things like Random Orbit Sanders with batteries and chargers. They assume you're already in the system and you bought the drill with that stuff. And to be honest with you, to buy this sander, to buy this 4 amp hour battery and a charger would cost you more than what it would cost you to buy this tool as a tool only and buy the drill with the kit. So obviously, if you're going to buy this as your first tool, it's a little strange. You're better off buying the drill and then adding this to it. Or Ryobi does make a very light sander to this that has a cord on it. If you really only need one tool and it's a sander, maybe you want to buy the corded option. It's something to think about. Now here I'm talking about the battery operated one. It is much nicer to operate this tool without a cord. You know, the cord, you know, this is a tool that you turn it on and it runs and it runs and it runs. So you're moving it around and that cord will knock things off your bench. It'll get in your way because you forget about it because you're using it for 5, 10, 20, a half an hour. And, you know, you'll forget about it and knock something off your bench with that cord. It happens all the time. There's no cord here. You can turn this thing all the way around. Life is good. Now, a sander runs non-stop, like I just said. Ryobi says you get about 35 minutes with this 4 amp hour battery. I have been using them now. I have a 4 amp hour battery on here. I'm getting about 35 minutes. So what they're speccing it at is about right. For some of you that are doing a lot of sanding, that may not be enough, and you may need a corded tool unless you have a lot of batteries. That is something to think about, and it's something to consider about any battery operated sander, really, from any manufacturer. You know, it's a tool, you turn it on and it stays on, so it's not going to get the battery life of, say, a drill, where you run the drill, you drill a hole, you turn it off, you turn it back on to run the screw in, you turn it off, you put it down. They don't run all day, so something to think about. You know, me doing these little boxes, it's fine, you know, because, you know, I do one box, you know, like I'm going to do these 4 pieces next for this box. It's going to take me about 10 minutes. It'll work fine. A little bit about the specs on this. It does 10,000 orbits per minute. That is a hard start. This does not have a soft start. This is a fairly low spec tool. There's no variable speed here, no soft start. It's basically turn it on, it sands, turn it off, it stops. That's what you got here. Nothing comes in the box other than the sander and 3 pieces of sandpaper. And this dust port here, or dust sock, whatever you want to call this, that actually, I can say as a nicety, does have a round molded piece here. So if you have the shop vac that I have here, this small one, I don't even need an adapter. It plugs right in, and I have dust collection with a vacuum here. Obviously, if you have a different vacuum, you might have to get an adapter to make it fit, but that's pretty standard for all of them. And that is an upgrade for this guy. I had to buy this as an add-on because look how that connects to the back of the sander. So good on Ryobi for fixing that problem. Ergonomics. We got to talk a little bit about ergonomics, guys. I'll be honest, Ryobi's been making the same battery since 1996, and I love them for it. You know, that's why we can have tools that are 20 years old and buy a new battery, and they run like the day we bought them. They're the only brand that does that. But their battery technology, let's be honest, it's a little older. Things have changed in the past 25 whatever years, and other manufacturers now are making batteries with, you know, smaller tools with smaller batteries. So this is a bit of a chunky monkey. It's a bit heavier than some of the other brands. It doesn't bother me that much. It might bother some homeowners. I mean, I'll be honest, the Ryobi line is attracting many homeowners, DIYers, things like that. People buying furniture at flea markets and refinishing them. You know, a lot of petite young women being the DIYers now and finishing furniture at home. It's a great little hobby, and they do a great job with it. But this, with this battery, is almost 4 pounds. It's pretty heavy. The tool by itself is 2.5 pounds, so whatever this battery weighs, I'm going to say it's over a pound, the 4 amp hour one. So, you know, to get 35 minutes, you need that 4 amp hour battery. The 1.5 amp hour battery only gets you about 20 minutes. So, something to think about, the ergonomics and the size of the batteries. Now, it is much lighter. If you put a 1.5 amp hour battery on here, it is a lighter tool. It definitely is easier to use, but you're only getting 20 minutes. Now, if you're just doing a couple boxes, that's fine. Something to think about, guys. The ergonomics and the battery life are the only 2 things that I would say I would even remotely consider as a, I don't want to say negative, just as something to think about with this tool. It works fine, 5-inch hook and loop, you can find it anywhere. It has good dust collection. Honestly, you can see I dumped a whole bunch out here. Look at all that's all just from these boxes. This sock works very well. The vacuum works better. When I use the sock, I still wear a mask. Main reason, little particles do still get up in the air when this is on here. The vacuum takes care of that, and I don't wear my mask when I'm using the vacuum. If I'm running it for a long time, I put the vacuum on here. If I'm just doing, you know, like 1 box, I'll put the sock on it, but I'll wear my mask because not much debris gets on the bench, so it does do a good job of cleaning the debris up, but the fine particles, and they're the ones you want to keep out of your system, do still get in the air. So it's something to think about. We don't want those fine particles in our body. So that's the sander in a nutshell, guys. I am going to do a little bit of sanding, and I'm going to show you some clips of me doing these boxes at the end of this video, because when I did this video of the sheet sander, one comment I got was somebody said they wish they saw me use it more. So I will show you some clips of me using this at the end. I'll be honest, I didn't think anybody wanted to watch a sander run because we know what they look like. So, you know, he was right. I didn't do a lot of sanding with it, but apparently some of you want to watch it run. So here is some clips of me using this sander to make some of these boxes. And after that clip, guys, that'll be the end of the video. So thanks for watching. If you like this, please hit the like button. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Have a great day. So here's the clip of me using it.